Citizens, with confidence, weigh-in number 3. And I say with confidence because I peaked already. I think you'll be impressed. So here's our scale. And let's zero that bad boy up. All right, I got naked ahead of time this time. So I'm just going to step right on. There we go. Take a look at that. 183.3. I think you saw that pretty clear. Now let me put my pants back on before we do anything because I have to do the big physique reveal here. All right. So, all right, 183.3. Was it valuable weight? Did I just get fatter? Am I bloated and strange? Well, I'll let you folks be the judge of that. And I think just right from the beginning here, if you just kind of look at me, all right, I think you'll notice that everything is a bit bigger than it was. Please go back to video 1, all right, please go back to video 1 so I can erase my disgraced record. Again, I'm not flexing really much here. I could, if I do. Oh, look at all that, right? The chest is obviously bigger. The shoulders, hard to see it. The lighting isn't too good, but the shoulders, obviously bigger. My traps, obviously bigger. Midsection, broader. But, we're talking, is it valuable weight or not? To be quite honest with you guys, look at that. I think my midsection might honestly look better now than when I was 168 or whatever the heck it was. Obviously, the obliques popping out. Look at the upper back. Just get the back here. Center here. There you go. So all around. And again, like I said, I didn't do much flexing the first videos, but I look like I lift weights now. There's an obvious difference in the physique. Let's check out my lower body because that was my major complaint. I was complaining, oh man, my thighs were just enormous. Now, they're not like they were, but man, look at all that. Just look at all that. Look at all that meat. If you go back in that first video, these are obviously bigger thighs. It's like a whole different set of legs. They were lean. My upper thighs especially. Just like lots of extra muscle, especially up near the top, that rectus femoris. Jeez. Completely different, right? So, there you have it. That is totally different. The glutes are coming back. Right? Glutes are coming back. I actually have some, I actually got an ass again. So, really guys, there you have it. What I'm trying to tell you is, I guess it works. All right. So, I think that was pretty good. I got a little clip of everything. You could see pretty much everything there. I think everything I showed in the other videos. And you saw the weight on the scale. So, there you go. That was a 3-week difference. Really, they're about. You can look with the upload dates. I think they were uploaded the same day I took them. Yeah. And you got 3 snapshots. And I think that second one was actually a little bit underweight. I've been a little better with my hydration since then. Drinking a lot more water, making sure my electrolytes are good. I've been taking my magnesium and zinc, my transdermal mineral supplements. So my electrolytes and my hydration should be better. So I think really, even though this one looks like the bigger gain, up to 183.3, I think this was smaller than my last gain. I was just a little dehydrated in that last video, but in any event, there you go. So listen, I really wanted to, hopefully I interested some people. And I know not a lot of people seen it yet, but it's going to be up there. So if people look at it, hopefully it interests you because I took a completely different approach. I didn't put all this weight on over, it was 15 pounds. It was 168 to 183, 15 pounds in 3 weeks. I didn't do it with bodybuilding techniques. I didn't do isolation exercise. I went over the training protocol I used. I attacked my energy systems. I optimized my energy systems, right? My diet, I was doing intermittent fasting. I wasn't eating 6 to 8 small meals a day. In fact, I recommended in one of my cardio video, I talk about how that can work as a disadvantage to you. Meanwhile, all my attributes got better. Obviously, my body composition is better. Might even be arguably leaner. I really should have done a caliper test or something because I think I am leaner now. Which it laughs in the face of common knowledge, but then again, it doesn't actually. And we're going to talk more about that in the future. But my strength is better. Now, I only put up one lifting workout where I was squatting last week. So my squats kind of went, my first week I did 255 for 5, and that was really rough. The next week you saw that I recorded, I ended up doing 275 for 3, followed by 300 for 2, and it's questionable. I might have been able to get 3 there. This week I did 295 for 5, followed by 315 for 3, and that I would wager high money that I could have gotten 5, but I didn't have a spotter. I have that footage actually, so I might put that together and put that out as well. So I do have proof my strength is better. Obviously, my cardio is better. You see me running about 5 miles a little over 3 weeks ago. I mean, I could barely demonstrate exercise. My heart rate was all over the place. I'd get dizzy. My blood pressure was crazy. And again, with my leg strength, going upstairs was hard the week before I did my first weigh-in. So, I mean, what a change. Now, here's the disclaimer. That was an impressive feat transforming like that. And I mean, you really see a transformation here. I mean, I'm not on Instagram. These aren't photos that I shopped, right? This is raw video in shitty lighting. There's a lamp there. There's a window and a lamp there. There's nothing even overhead to cast shadows. This is as shitty as it gets as far as film and camera work. I'm filming into light sources like I'm, what's his name? Like I'm the friggin', like it's Clockwork Orange and shit. But in any event, it's a pretty realistic representation of what I look like. There's no smoke and mirrors here. You see the raw data. And I mean, if I did photos, I could have made that before and after look pretty damn impressive. But again, it's only 3 weeks. I think that's more comparable to, like a 6-month transformation for many people that you'd see online. Anyway, I'm not trying to compare. I just want to show you that there's other ways to do things, raise awareness, that some of the best training techniques probably aren't mainstream. It's not mainstream advice. There's a lot of knowledge out there that's not even hidden in plain sight, because like I am willing to give it away. But there's other ways to go about things. Lastly, like I was going to say, I beat myself up hard. And this is something I really want to emphasize. The training protocol I used, the information I put out there, it's an overreaching type program, which I respond very well to, obviously. It requires a lot of rest afterwards. So I got my hyper accelerated beginning here. More muscle, better endurance, better cardio, right? Better strength, all at once, all together very quickly. And now I need a rest. I'm pretty banged up. Shoulders, traps, neck, all that. My back, everything is telling me to slow down. So I'm going to take about 4 days off. And in the meantime, I'm going to make some more videos. I told you I'm going to do a couple more. I'm probably going to break up a lot of small videos on the Synergy protocol, things I wanted to get into about, things I didn't answer yet. And they're like particulars, like rest periods of the other phases. I talked about 3 a lot, things like that. How many days a week, all that nonsense. And then also, obviously, like I said, there was a big diet component. And the way I diet, I like to manipulate a couple different things. I like to manipulate my insulin response. I like to manipulate mTOR. And I also like to manipulate my hormones, mostly through diet and basic supplementation, very easy stuff, and some herbal supplements. So I want to talk more about that because I've been getting a lot of questions just from people at work and people in general who are more interested in gaining weight, which obviously I have a knack for, and in a good way. So if that's information you're interested in, there's going to be a lot more of that coming out too. All right, this is long enough. All right, you get the idea, guys. And again, one more for the road. There it is. There it is. There's a quarter of the athletic arsenal built physique.